Let's see if we got rid of the glare. Think so. Hi, Leonore. Hi, Tammy. Welcome, guys. Hope you had a good day. May have seen some of you on some other resellers. I had a little opportunity today to hang out with some other resellers. Usually on Sundays, my whole day is devoted to this. Thanks, Husky. Well, we got some good things to talk about today. Tammy's in. Hi. Hi, Ada. Ada is new here. She just registered. Yeah, Tammy, I was supposed to go on a walk with my daughter, but I just got just too bogged down on things to do. So it'll have to be later this week. Love Mad Girl, hi. Ada, I'm so glad you've got your last name in there because we've got another Ada Wong also watches this channel. It's difficult for me, and the worst are Deborahs. I cannot tell you how many Deborahs I have, and some are Debra, and some are the whole Deborah written out, but they just use the first name. And I forget. A lot of times I will forget. Leonore, maybe you can help me remember. When we have Deborahs, if they don't have a second name or a handle, it's just Deborah. Gosh, remind me to ask them what their last name is. Sir Roxalot, can you be a Deborah? Absolutely not. You just don't fit the profile. Can't let you do that one. I have got to get with you somehow and buy a nice cabochon from you so that I can make up a ring and have it be with your cabochon and sell it that way. I have got to do it. And you've got so many, you got a lot of good turquoise cabochons now. I've seen them. Judy Cromwell is here. Hello. We'll wait for a few more people. We're going to talk about heishi today, along with some other things. Wendy had an adventure. Let's see, this is Sunday. My adventure was on Friday. I'll tell you about my adventure when we get a few more people in here. I always like to take the road less traveled. And sometimes I get in trouble, and other times it's just a phenomenal adventure. And either way, it's okay, because that's what it's all about. No mistakes. There's no mistakes. There's just learning lessons. Michael's here. Oh God, forever I thought Michael was a man. And then I found out Michael is a woman. So now I know. Hi, Meg. Good to see you in. And Michelle is here. Liz Chase is here. The family, the tribe is arriving. Lots of good things tonight. I know I always say this, but I'm going to try really hard to keep it to just 2 hours tonight. I had a huge package that was supposed to arrive yesterday, Saturday. It did not. FedEx sent me an email and said it's coming in tomorrow morning. So that will go towards next Sunday. What I am going to do is have a bin sale by email, probably Tuesday, so that if you buy anything, it will go out with whatever happens here tonight. And whenever I get a collection of small things that are like $50 and under, that's what I like to put in the bin sales just to move it on out. So there will, hi Gina, there will be items. I've got a lot of like little, oops, itty bitty, like little, whoops, here we go. Turn it this way. Like little itty bitty Navajo rings that are just pretty small. And for some reason, I can't sell them. People like the big rings. Other people sell the little ones, but I can't. So they'll be in there, and lots of other items will be there. I'll probably do like 30 to 40, buy it now by email, sometime on Tuesday. It usually takes me like a half an hour to 45 minutes to make the video, and those take a long time to download. I don't know why, but it just does. So I really can't tell you when, but it will be Tuesday. And if you've subscribed and you hit the bell for all notifications, you should get a notification when it's finally up and available for you to watch. Honey Bun is MIA. He left this morning, was not interested in breakfast. He's on a mission. I can't tell you where he is. And I would imagine at some time while we're doing the show, he will show up. And he does this every once in a while. He's on a mission, and who knows what it is. It could be a hunting mission. He brought me a mouse the other day. He came in quite late. I was in bed. I have a little cat door, so he can come and go. I was in bed, sound asleep. All of a sudden, I had this giant thud on the bed and all this wrestling and tussling. And what the hell's going on? I got up, I turned the light on. There's a mouse in my bed, which he brought to me as a gift, alive. He probably thinks I don't get enough meat, although I'm a carnivore. I eat a lot of meat, a lot of protein. He's just not a cat. He just isn't. I don't know what planet he's from, but he's the strangest cat I've ever had. Incredibly smart, extremely independent. Do not lock him in or he will destroy the house. I think he might be part Maine Coon. He seems to have attributes of a Maine Coon, so that could be it. So that's Honey Bun's adventure. And I'm sure when he shows up, he'll hop up here and say hi. Love Mad Girl says I would freak out. I don't want a mouse in my bed. Believe me, it's not something that I want. But I won't kill them. You know, I will. I caught him and took him outside, put him out in the yard. So he made it. He didn't die. Yeah, mice are a lot easier than snakes, for sure. All right, so the whole talk on heishi, and I've got lots of heishi necklaces that I've been very busy stringing this week just for examples, and we're going to talk about that. History, how they're made. Then, okay, here's the story. Okay, we'll start from the beginning. So I decided this week that it was time to go on an adventure, which for me is trying to find antique shops. And I live in the central part of Virginia, which is pretty rural. There's no big city here. You'd have to go, like 3 hours east to get to Richmond. So I'm kind of in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains, and it's beautiful countryside. So I don't mind going out into the country and I look for little local antique shops and I hope that maybe I'm going to find something. Sometimes it's a complete disaster. I spent literally the whole day, 6, 7 hours driving and nothing, not a single thing. Going to thrift shops, pawn shops, antique shops, nothing. It's very hard to do thrifting in my area. Sometimes I hit somebody and I just get lucky. So I went out on Friday morning, beautiful day. I hit a couple, absolutely nothing. Then I decided I was going to go west and north up towards Stanton, Virginia. And I went on a back road and I found this new place. It's called Buckingham Antiques. And so I went in there. It's near Afton Mountain, if anybody knows Afton Mountain, Virginia. So on a side road. So I went in there, I looked around, didn't find anything because I was looking in the jewelry cases. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll find some little sterling silver knickknacks. So I went towards another case where I could see some sterling silver plates and candlesticks and stuff. So I go over there and I'm looking in there and I find this and this and this. And I thought, ooh, that's really out of place. Kept looking at it. I went, damn, I think that's sterling. That just looks way, way too good to be true. So I got the lady, she opened it up, picked it up, all hallmarked. I just couldn't believe it. It was like, what is this doing in this place? So I bought it. I came home, looked it all up, and it's Ilaria, well-known Peruvian silversmith. The designer is Italian. She moved to Peru. She's got lots of stores there. She's in the Lima airport, and I think the stores are called Ilaria. Then my friend Mary, who's been on here a couple of times, she's done several trips to Peru, and she said, "Oh yeah, I know them. I bought jewelry at Ilaria." So that's what this is. These are the largest I've ever seen. They are 15 millimeters, very heavy, solid sterling silver balls. As you can see, that's not really hammering. It kind of looks like the honeycomb. Beautiful, beautiful clasp, heavy chain. Everything about it's first class. The same with the bracelet, just first class. So that'll go tonight, and the earrings. It's the whole suite. So that will go tonight. And so, oh, Husky used to live in Lima. Whoa, lovely. So I got that, got back in the car, and I thought, well, if I don't get to do anything else, at least I scored on something. And again, it's like when I invest in something this big and this heavy, I don't mind because I'll keep it. I'll wear it for a couple of years. So got in the car, started heading out. Sometimes what happens, I've got an old GPS system and it just doesn't work. And that's what happened. So I'm driving along and all of a sudden it told me to take a left and I was going up a dirt road. And I went, oh, not again. So I turned around, I came back down to the paved, I started driving on a paved road. The GPS was not telling me where to go. And I thought, well, I know I got to go northwest and this is northwest. So I'm driving. It was absolutely beautiful horse country. And I used to ride horses and my dad and I raised Arabians and half Arabians and quarter horse. So I was just enjoying it. Foothills, the Blue Ridge foothills, beautiful places. And I'm looking at the gas tank and that's like, oh, Lordy, I hope there's a town nearby. Driving up and down hills. All of a sudden I'm going downhill with a big curve. And this thought goes in my mind like that. I can remember the thought and I can remember exactly where I was. And the thought was, this probably was not a very good decision to make, Wendy. You're by yourself today. I usually go with a friend, and you are taking routes and you don't know where you are, and you're out in the country and you have no cell phone service. What the hell were you thinking? And the other side of me is saying, well, I usually don't think on these trips. This is gut instinct. I just get up and go. So the voice said, you could have a flat tire and you have no cell service and there's nobody around and you're going to have to walk to a farm and hope that somebody will save you. Yeah, I guess that's right. Oh, well. So I drove on and nothing. I made it home just fine. Found a few more things, which I'm going to be selling tonight. And I pulled in. I said, thank you, God. What a wonderful day. Great weather. Goodbyes. I did it by myself. No problem. I get up the next morning and I'm going to go to Walmart and I go to open up the door and I look and my back tire is flat as a pancake. Flat. Now for me, that's not a coincidence. It just isn't. And I went, damn, who's talking to me in that car? Somebody was talking and somebody blessed me and somebody said, all right, just get her home and then the tire can go flat. And that's what happened. So today I called a local gas station and they came out and fixed the flat in the yard. And I told the guy the story and he said, oh, you were protected. Man, you were protected all the way. That is just amazing. So I was. Thank you, God. I was protected, or it was my intuition telling me you're going to have a flat tire. Get home as fast as you can, and then it'll go flat in the driveway. So I'm safe, I'm good. And it was divine intervention. It was my guides, my angels. Somebody was saying, don't do that anymore. If you're going to go by yourself, go on a major highway, but none of this stuff that you're doing. So it was a good day. I had a good laugh at the whole thing. And, thank you, God, for taking care of me. And he took me to places where I got really good stuff that I was not expecting at all, not in this area. And then never seen anything like this. So any of you Christians out there, if you recognize this, let me know. I've never seen one like this. I think it's very cool. So that'll go up. All right. Okay, let's get going. Hey, Cosmic, good to see you. Happy old soul. Wendy told Wendy it could be. I think I have a very good intuition about things, and that might have been it. Might have been saying, Wendy, get home. Don't dawdle. All right, I'm going to go for some necklaces first. So a lot of these were the items that I bought on the trip on Friday. So let us start. Very cool link. It's a Byzantine link. Just a simple spring ring. It is 7 inches. And this one's going to be a starting bid. Oh, fabulous. I am so glad. Okay, this is a starting bid. Sterling silver. I really can't tell you anything more about it. It looks vintage to me because it's lightweight. I haven't really seen one like this before. I like the texturing in that link. So we'll do a starting bid of 45. I tried to make a Byzantine once. And I only tried to do it once. They're handmade. Usually you see them a lot coming from Bali. But this is not Balinese. This just looks older. Yep. Okay. Let's put that one down. This sweet little necklace is I just saw something on the back I missed earlier. Hmm. It's a lotus, very pretty little lotus necklace. Let's get this going here with a little amethyst. Lots of engraving and little beadwork on the back. It is sterling 925 with a maker mark. GRAAH. I am not familiar with that person. Very pretty little lotus style pendant in sterling silver with a little amethyst. And we got it on a 18-inch chain. And this is a starting bid of 35. Yeah, it does look like two hearts. Very pretty design. Okay, we'll pass on that one. Let's see, I need a separate pile because some of these are going to go into the bin. Let's do it here. Okay, how about some chakra colors here? A little heavier piece. It's heavier than it looks. Square faceted stones, garnet, amethyst, blue topaz, peridot, citrine, carnelian, and garnet. Throws a lot of color. And it's on a chain also. 18-inch sterling silver pendant and sterling silver chain. Starting bid. I like square stones. They're difficult to set, the corners. It's hard to make the metal come into a perfect corner. Nothing? Okay, let's put this one down. Oh, Easter's coming. Now, I have not seen this before. This was a first. It's an Easter egg, a sterling silver Easter egg. Heavily engraved. Pretty little bale. Even the bale is engraved. It's in perfect condition. I did polish it. And let's see, I think this is also an 18-inch chain. Oh no, it's a 20-inch chain. So, vintage Easter egg necklace. No, it's not a locket. Nope. Just a pendant. Here's the back side of the veil. But engraved all the way around. It's old, it's hand engraving. Starting bid. Yeah, so not a locket, just sterling silver vintage pendant. A husky's in for 65. Eye candy is in at 65. Husky 70. Eye candy 75. This is a good valuable piece. But I had a good trip. All these pieces I've shown you, I've gotten very good prices on because they were far away places and no one was paying any attention to the silver prices. I think it's Victorian. They did a beautiful job. It's handmade because I can see the solder seam. So definitely two pieces, domed, soldered, and then very heavily engraved. So handmade. Judy Cromwell, you've got it. Yes, definitely hollow. If this was solid, we'd be at starting bid at 200. Okay, Huskies at 90. Okay, everybody else, eye candy is out. All right, I'm counting down for Husky. Going once, going twice, and sold the Husky for 90. And Judy, you've got the bracelet for 45. Get those taken care of here. Summer has hit Virginia. We were at 80 today. Quite amazing. Not that I'm complaining because I definitely like warmer weather. Not a snow person at all. I had enough snow in New Mexico because I was close to 8,000 foot elevation. And even though it was high desert, we got big snows. Hi, how are you doing? Blessed Baubles is here. Hi, Sherry. So great buy. That's a fun thing. Fun and valuable. Okay, moving along. I found this also at one of my little adventurous places. Little sterling silver ball. And we've got little stones paved in it. Looks like little peridots, little garnets, little amethysts. These are little round melee. Beautifully set. And let's see what this is saying here. Whoops. Uh-oh. What? Where did I carry my millimeter gauge? I do this to myself all the time. All the time. All right, let's see if I can see what this is here. 925, made in Thailand by SU is the company. Very, very cute. So hallmarked. The back side is just sterling. The front side has got all the little stones paved in, 16-inch sterling silver chain. We'll do a starting bid. Hi. Okay, is it Janie? Am I saying it right? Janie? Janie, how are you? She is also new. Welcome to the tribe. Okay, starting bid. And it is, yeah, Janie. All righty, thank you. Okay, 35 sterling silver ball with little pave gemstones and a 16-inch chain. Liz Chase is in it, 35. Thank you, Liz. Very sweet. Hi, Patrick. All right, I'm going to count down for Liz. We're going once, going twice, and sold to Liz for 35. Thank you. I found that one in Stewart's Draft, Virginia. Stewart's Draft, Virginia. Tiny little town. German. Lots of Germans there. This was a good silver haul with very reasonable prices. Okay. This is a really nice faceted amethyst. It is a 6.5. Faceted even up on the top. Checkerboard. It's a really nice mount. Sterling silver, 6.5. Basket setting, but bezel set. This one's a starting bid. 45. Very lively when you have those faceted tops. Pam Logan is in at 45. So you new guys, hi Bruce. The new guys that just came in, I'm going to be doing a buy it now by email Tuesday with some the lower end, like $50 and under. I've collected enough small stuff that I'm going to put them up. And there will be some Native American rings in with that are small sizes. Okay, I'm going to count down for Pam. Going once, going twice, and sold. Hi, Miss Callie. Okay. Pam. I think it was 45. Yep, 45. Good. I'm so glad you guys like these. I thought it was a good little haul. This is very cute. This is jade. I think it's an 8. Yep. This would be a nice little stacker ring. Very cute. It's a nice setting. Great shape. Okay. Sterling silver, size 8. Oh, where'd we go? Hi, Moon Chaser. Okay, starting bid on this one is 30. Sterling silver, nephrite jade. Good little stacker ring. Okay, nothing yet. Oh, gotta scroll down here, Wendy. There she is. Liz Chase is in for 30. All right, we're going to count down for Liz. Going once, going twice, and sold to Liz for 30. Thank you very much. Okay, this is huge, and I mean big. This is 4 inches long. If you like picture jasper like me, look at that bale. I mean, the bale alone, if you were going to try to make that bale, I'd probably have to charge $80, $90 just to make the bale. Beautiful picture jasper. And a Mabe pearl. Open on the back, probably Balinese. I put it on the pearls just to display. Yeah. Lots of uses on that. Black onyx beads, choker, pearls, jasper beads. Okay, not the pearls. I'm just doing the pendant. Starting bid, 75. That is a steal if you like big things. It's thick, 4 inches long. Nope. Okay. All right. I picked this up also in one of the thrift shops. Got a very good price. It was old silver price. Let's see. This is a Cuban link man's chain. It is 36 grams. It's 8 inches. It is marked Italy, sterling silver. May I put back ring and buy that? Yes, you may. I'll dig it up. But I haven't said the price yet. Have I? Let's see here. This is less than $4 a gram. We're going to do this as a starting bid at 100. Oh, you want the big pendant. Is that correct, Pam? All right, you've got the big pendant. Okay. Thank you, Sherry. The Cuban link. All right, so we're on the Cuban link for 100. That's less than $4 a gram, 8 inches. Okay, we'll pass on that. Let me get this pendant for Pam before I forget. Thank you, Pam. Okie dokie. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It is. Okay. Anybody up for a very pretty natural amber? Handmade mount. Pretty little leaf. Very Art Nouveau-ish. 18-inch chain. Yeah, it's nice amber. You can see there's a lot going on in there. Okay, let's see here. Starting bid. Nice little box chain with it. Okay, we'll pass on that. This is quite cool. I'm not quite sure what kind of a little flower, maybe a pansy this represents, but it's cute. And it does sit at an angle like that. Sterling silver. Looks like a 2-inch extender. Like an orchid, it could be, Liz. So 16 inches and then another little inch drop. And then you could make it 18 inches with the extender. Hi, Nadine. Starting bid. Oh, let's see. This is a new piece. It's not vintage. It is new. But quite different. I like the offset. Hi, Ada Wong. How are you? We've got 2 Adas in here now. All right, I'm going to count down for Ada. Going once, going twice, and sold. I'm glad you Adas are using your last names, so I don't make any mistakes. Mexico. Big giant dragonfly. Mexico 925. It is both a pendant and a pin. Big one. Nice big bail. So you could definitely do something different with that. The body of the dragonfly looks like vermeil, gold wash. And the rest of it is 925. Well, the whole thing's 925, but the body looks like it's got the gold wash vermeil over it. Great pendant. Nice pin. That's a great pin. $45. There's your markings up here. Little cartouche is right there. Liz is at 45 and Husky is at 45. And Liz is out. Husky, going once, going twice, and sold. We are doing great here. And we haven't even gotten to the turquoise yet. I do like to give you guys a little bit of variety. And it gives me a reason to go out and about and have my little excursions. Oh, let's see. I've got a couple pieces here of, oh gosh, what's her name? Judith Ripka. A few years back, I was buying a lot of Judith Ripka right here in Lynchburg from an estate. And I was putting it on Poshmark. And I did really good with it. And then I got bored. It wasn't my turquoise. So I stopped doing it. But if anybody likes Judith Ripka, we're going to do these two pieces. So I'm going to do the bracelet first. And as you know, Judith Ripka has her work done in Thailand. It's exquisite. It is first class. Now, that's all sterling. And we've got square CZs. She uses CZs. A beautiful clasp. You can see there that the safety goes across the back. It'll definitely fit 6.5 or 7. This is my 7 wrist. It will fit that very nicely. Judith Ripka still brings a good price, but I bought these easily 3 or 4 years ago. At this estate sale, I bought a load of it. Hello, Madame. How are you? Okay, starting bid on Judith Ripka. Leather bracelet, beautifully done. 6.5 to 7 inches. $49. Now, resellers, you can make money on those. Pat Logan knows. Very substantial silver. She just does not skimp in any way. It's first class workmanship. It's all hallmarked. Okay, counting down for Pat. Going once, going twice, and sold. Thank you, Patrick. And we'll do the necklace. Now, this is amazing. A lot of her pieces, you can interchange these pendants. Now, to be honest with you, this is black. The stone is black and it's faceted. I don't know what it is. I don't know if she's using a spinel or an onyx. I have a feeling it's onyx. It's just beautifully faceted, so it looks more like another stone. Gorgeous CZs. Up this is all pave CZs, down both sides. And then All this is sterling. Look at this is all just heavy duty. Bell caps, big, beautiful piece here. And this side. So you can take this off and you can buy just these in different colors and you can put them on here. You could also do that and just wear a pendant that wasn't hers. You can also take any kind of a pendant that you might have and hook it in on both sides. Let's see, 18 inches. It is all marked Judith Ripka. Starting bid. One, 125, 125. Backside. Everything is finished off so well. She's got a little fleur-de-lis on the back. Everything's very thick, heavy, well constructed. Hi, Billy Dog. Nice to see you. Oh, Patrick's in for 125. Still space for plenty of money for a reseller on these. Okay, we're counting down for Patrick. Going once, going twice, and sold to Patrick. Put that in the bag with the other one. All right, let's see here. Is it time to move on to turquoise? Is anybody looking for a great big puffy heart? Sterling silver, puffy heart. It is about 1.25 inches by 1.25 inches. Eight grams, 9 grams, 9 grams. It is marked 925. That bale's big enough for a torque or a nice chain. It's in good shape. Starting bid. Starting bid is 40. Liz is in 40. Bye-bye, Robin. Hello. You are welcome in. You do not have to buy. Just come on in and hang out. So Liz is in and Patrick's in both for 40. Anybody going to make a move? Otherwise, I got to cut it in half and give you each half of a heart. Patrick's in at 42. Janie's in at 45. One and a half inches across. 1.5 inches in length. Patrick's at 47. Needs a nice big rope chain or a torque. Liz is out and Janie's out. Patrick, we're counting down for 47. Going once, going twice, and sold. 47 to Patrick. All right. Got these on the trip. Just some cute little handmade earrings. Textured. Long back. Starting bid. Hi, Melody. So sterling silver sheet, handmade and textured. And Liz is in for 30. Nice long wire. All right, we're counting down for Liz. Going once, going twice, and sold to Liz. Thank you. Okay, moving into some turquoise. I do have some sterling silver chains. Got a couple unusual ones too. We'll do those a little later. Okay, where do we start with the turquoise? This is a gorgeous, gorgeous green or greasy green, close to it. Beautiful Navajo ring, probably 70s, 80s. Turquoise is a nice kind of chunky nugget variety. Not a greasy green, that's a limey green. It is now that is very confusing. Very confusing. It's stamped Dolly. Sterling. This absolutely looks Navajo, but I don't think it is. Fooled me in the beginning. It's beautifully made. But see the back? They don't do that. They don't open the back up. But split shank, beautiful bezel work, gorgeous turquoise. but I can't call it Navajo. It's just a really beautiful, pretty ring with beautiful turquoise. And an artist named Dolly. It is a size 10. Size 10 at 125. It is signed. It's signed D-A-L-I, Dolly Sterling. So an individual artist. But I can't tell you the origin because it's got that open back. Everything else looks Native American, but it's not. It is a size 10. My love of jewelry, welcome in. Let's see if we can show you the signature here. Probably can't see it from here. I don't have a magnifying glass for you. It's stamped. There we go. It's on the shank. D-A-L-I Sterling. It's a nice ring. Nothing wrong with it. Yes, Jen. I got it today. Okay, we're going to pass. We're going to pass. Okay, here's a little Tibetan ring. 925. Nice, beautiful Chinese Tibetan turquoise. See the high dome? Up. Honey Bun just came home. I hear him. He's probably super hungry. I hear you. Did you have a good day? Where'd you go? This was his day for an adventure. He's literally been gone all day long. Okay, very nice little ring. Tibetan, Chinese turquoise. Starting bid is 40. It's a green, definitely a green turquoise. Yes, I see you, buddy. How you doing? It is a size 8.5. 8.5. You gonna come say hi? Huh? Hi, baby. Where you been? Where have you been all day? He's trying to make up to me now so that he gets fed. Liz Chase is in at 40. Thank you, happy old soul. Dolly jewelry is from Spain, says Google. That's my water. I don't think it's going to work for you. Nope, I don't. Okay, we're going to pass. All right. I think he knows he's doing that. I really do. I think he knows. Okay, cute little lapis ring. I've been wearing this because it's just so comfortable and very cute. And it's the denim lapis. I like denim lapis a lot, especially with my jeans. Nice band ring. Seven and a half. $45. Little ring, usually, when I say little ring, not necessarily the size, I mean the stone and the structure of the ring. See, I would call that a little ring. Just, I'm into big rings, so to me that is small. But I do like this as an everyday ring. I don't wear the big ones every day when I'm working. This I will. Is this one signed? I don't believe so. Just sterling. Oh, it is MB. MB. Yep, MB. I'll be up there in a minute, buddy. Denim lapis, sterling silver, MB. Okay, Pam is in at 45. He's talking a lot because he's hungry. Liz is in at 50. Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. You get to do your thing all day long, and then you come home and want me to jump on it right away. Okay, oh, Liz is at 50. Pam is at 50. Yeah, I'll run up and give him some food just to hope he's quiet. Gina, what are cats? We love them. They're our buddies. Okay, Pam is in at 55. That is so true. Dogs have owners and cats have staff. They do. Okay. Are we going to count down for Pam at 55? I don't see anybody else in there. All right. We are counting down. Going once, going twice, and sold to Pam for 55. I started him early already on flea medication because last year it was really bad. And since he stays outside all the time by choice, he is definitely in it. Okay. I'm going to run up and give him some food. I will return. Yeah, come on. Okay, he's feasting. Okay, let's talk heishi. Heishi. So we all know we've been listening and hearing about heishi forever and ever. And the very first heishi was usually bone and shell. And we've actually got heishi beads that were made all over the continent. Here in America, it was definitely the Native American people that started out making the heishi. And they really did kind of travel in all different directions to get the materials that they needed. So we think of the Santo Domingo people as the ones that like to do the heishi, but actually the Navajo also did do stone beads and shell beads. Then they got into their silversmithing, so they were known far more for the silversmithing, but they still, and even today, there are some there that are bead makers and stone cutters. And it's a difficult process. It's very time consuming. And I have watched people from Santo Domingo make them, and also a gentleman on the Navajo reservation who made them. And it's a very interesting process on how they do it. They will get, so say it's a shell, they'll get a shell. So like we'll say an olive shell, which are about like that, and they're kind of spirally, and they'll just cut it all up first on a saw, like a lapidary saw. Then they'll take those pieces and they will cut them into squares, and the size of the square is going to depend on the size of the finished bead that they may want. So if they want a big 15 millimeter bead, it'll be a bigger square, or they go all the way down to 2 millimeter heishi. So they cut them out square, and then they put them on a drill press. And the guy that I watched actually took just a handheld Dremel, put a regular drill bit in it, and then he connected the Dremel to an old-fashioned press. So it was all set up for him, and he could just take the little piece of shell, press the drill down, it would drill a little hole in it, and then go to the next one and the next one. So then he would have a whole bunch of these little square pieces of shell or turquoise, and then string them. And then after he strung them, then he could go to the grinding wheel on a lapidary machine and hold them together, and they just spun. And he could grind them down to whatever shape he may want. Do I have it here? I want to show you some that I got from Mr. Lovato. No, what the heck did I do with it? Where he left his square, and I think he may still be doing that even today. Huh. I'm gonna bring all this down. Okay, it's got to be here somewhere. Let me see if it's over on this table here. Just a minute. I've got so many work tables here. So this is from Mr. Lovato. So he took all these little tiny pieces of turquoise and he cut them into squares, drilled a hole, stuck them on a piece of wire like this. And then these, he did a quick sanding job to round off the corners because he wanted to leave these square. And then onto the polishing wheel. And then take them off and string them on sinew or wire or whatever it is that you use. I like to use sinew, but that's a form of stone heishi, all done by hand. We are used to seeing a lot of heishi that looks like this. shell. This is pin shell. And it used to be all done by hand. Now we've got machines that are doing it. We've got heishi that's done out of melon shell. And we've got it done out of my favorite, which is the olive shell. That's probably one of the older, more traditional ones that they were using. And then they went into our spiny and shell again. Shell was so important for them. Now, this is considered to be a heishi size. Heishi usually refers to the shape, which is going to be this barrel type shape. But now people are referring to heishi as anything small or round. Turquoise heishi. This is really fine, fine turquoise heishi. This is expensive because it's such good, nice turquoise. And then look at this. This showed up this year at Tucson. Beautiful, beautiful blue color. Look at it next to this. Guess what? It's not turquoise. It's not block. It is real. This is jasper. So they brought this jasper in, and the native people are using it because it looks like turquoise, and it's very inexpensive. This was $4 a strand. This was $45 a strand. So a lot of native people were there at the booth and they were buying this. But that is jasper. And the man was very specific. He was telling them, he says, it's jasper. It's not turquoise. That's why it's $4 a strand. They didn't care. They were buying it. They liked the color. I'm the one that spent $45 on the strands. But then I'm a purist. Absolutely gorgeous. So we've been doing heishi for thousands of years, thousands. And for the native people, like for the Navajo, Hopi, Zuni in the Southwest, they literally had these trade routes that they would go on. And to get the shell, like the white clam shell, which is very important to them, the spiny oyster shells, those all came out of the Gulf and over towards the, California. So they would have a trade route where they would go over there and they would trade for the shells. Then black jet was very important. Where did they get the black jet? Well, Navajo Mountain, which is, I think it's up in the Four Corners area. I went to it once. I'm pretty sure in the Four Corners area, Navajo Mountain. Black jet came from there. They also did a trade route from the Southwest up to Colorado Springs, where they got black jet up there. And black jet is, it's coal. It's like glass. So that's also used as heishi. Hang on a minute. I forgot to bring that one over. Giant. That's black jet. Huge. I just got that in for me. So I do love black jet. So they use that one also for little heishi. Turquoise. I've not seen the red coral very much because it's so expensive. And I do know that when they tried to make the red coral heishi, when they drilled it, it was very difficult to drill. It would crack. So they got to be really careful with that or else they're losing a lot of money. It is there, but it's just difficult. And I will show you. This is real red coral. Look at how incredibly tiny that is. Considered to be heishi. So we've got lots of different forms of heishi. So what I like to do is show you that pendants don't just have to go on chains. They can also go on beads. They can also go on these heishi. I've strung up several that we can sell tonight. Let's see. Where can we go from there? One of my Navajo teachers did beads, and he got a lot of white clamshell because white clamshell is important to the Navajos, and that's a little bit thicker. And we would go out to his lapidary machine was outside the house and cut up the white shell again, all in these squares. And his squares were usually small because he wanted it to be really, really small. Let's see. I know I've got an example here somewhere of white shell. Where is everything? What did I do with it? I keep carrying things over there because they're projects. Oh, goodness. Okay, well, we all know what white shell looks like. It's white. So we would cut them up in squares, but he always made his round. So then we'd go over to the lapidary machine, hold it really tight, and they would just spin round. So they used the white shell, the black jet, red coral, the turquoise, and way back when they first started, of course, they used the Cerrillos turquoise. That was such a popular mine way back in the early days. And what else did they make it out of? Sometimes they used jasper. It was a red jasper, and it starts with an A, like argonite or something like that. Until they got the corals, they would use that red stone. So thousands of years. I've actually I couldn't find it. I've looked all over for it, and I'm hoping that it did not get lost in my move here, because I have some to show you that are all the way back from the Hohokam period. So they're very prehistoric, I guess you could call it. It's all shell. Just an incredible piece. So either I've hidden that in a safety deposit box or it's somewhere in this house. I don't know. I'll look for it. If someday I get it, then I'll bring it forward to you and show you. Okay, so the just to let you know, if somebody is looking for all heishi necklace out of turquoise, I've only got 3, I've only got 5 strands left. But if you want one that is just all turquoise like that, let me know. Email me, just tell me how long you want it. If it's just one strand, I'm really trying to, like tonight, show you the ones that are just one strand. I'm trying to keep the price down and make it so that you can put your pendants on it, like that one. And we're very used to seeing these. This is an older piece. It's just very short. There's my favorite, the olive shell, just interspersed with the turquoise. And why so much emphasis on the shell? They're desert people. Water was so precious. Shell represented water to them. Turquoise, definitely the sky. Red coral, also water. Incredible stuff. All right, let me show you here. Okay, so here's an example. of pin shell. Oop, sorry, I got some kitty hair on here. So pin shell with the turquoise heishi that I just showed you. And I got all of this at Tucson at the gem show, but look at how nice just a single pendant looks on that. You know, if you get tired of doing sterling silver chains, there you go. It looks great. So I did probably 7 or 8 different styles here of just shorter pieces. Trying to keep the price down for you. Here's one pin, heishi, and red coral. And all of these can be considered to be a heishi style, regardless of what the shape is. You can have big, thick heishi, which I don't have. Here is all, I love this. It's spiny, all the different colors of spiny, turquoise heishi, bell cap, chain. So all of these are mine. I just strung these all up. Again, by itself or with a really great pendant of some kind that you can just slide right on. Argillite, thank you. Not catlinite. Catlinite is pipestone, and Lakotas use that a lot. And I have seen some of the Zuni fetishes in catlinite or pipestone. Okay, we can also call this, even though it's larger and square, a type of heishi, because it's that tubular look, but it's just bigger. Here's white shell up here. So when people talk heishi, they're not always talking about the little pieces like that. It can actually be more about the shape. Here's another one. And here's one that is just, oh, I did do one that's just all turquoise. So that's that turquoise heishi with the bell caps. And I tried to keep this fairly small up here. So I think that should fit through a lot of bales. One more multi spiny with turquoise. Okay, I'm just looking. Did anybody have any questions that I missed somewhere in there at all? Okay. So I'm going to bring some of these forward for sale. Let's see. We'll do this one. This is not with the pendant. It's just the heishi, and it's 18 inches to 20 inches because of the chain. So it can go up to 20. So that is the pin shell heishi and the turquoise heishi, real turquoise, not the jasper. So this one will be a starting bid. Of 75. You have got a huge amount of imitations out there in the heishi category, a huge amount. Eye candy in for 75. So I am talking to you about the real heishi, not the imitation block material. It is very difficult to tell the difference, but most of the time, that's why I rarely will do fetish necklaces unless I can buy them right from Zuni. Because the fetishes usually are out of block material and they're from the Philippines. Almost all of them. It is the truth. You can go off to Tucson and walk into places there, and there's thousands of them just stacked up. And unless you know what you're looking at, you are not getting Native American. Eye candy 85 and Ellen is in. And some of the one way you can tell with the really good Native American fetishes is they use the tiniest little shell, like little 1 mm shell. I'll show it to you. Okay, eye candy is at 85. So if I'm going to buy a fetish, I'm going to really take a look and see what kind of heishi they were using. Look at how tiny and fine that olive shell is, and look at the detail in these bears. Very, very tiny. These are 1 mm. 1 mm. Let me show you now that I'm restringing this for somebody. This came in broken, so I'm restringing it for the person. But again, look at how tiny that is. I can't even buy that anymore. I can't buy anything that small. It's very difficult to come by. So I told her I had some old stash. And these are real. That's a wolf. Nice and thick. Lots of detail. Serpentine. Mountain lion. Bear out of shell. Pink conch. Tiny, tiny, tiny little heishi. And usually out of that very cool olive shell. All right. Where'd we end up here? Eye candy, 85. Okay, counting down for eye candy. Going once, going twice, sold for 85. Thank you. Enjoy. Put your pendants on there. For those of you that came in late, I told everybody I was going to try to keep this down to just 2 hours tonight. And Next Sunday will be a big show because I will have a lot. I've got a lot here that I'm not even going to get through, but I've got an extremely early morning. Eye candy. So it's not going to be a midnight one tonight. Thank you very much. But I really wanted to just give you some attention on heishi because it's not talked about much. And it's just been so important to the native people. And you know, a lot of them, their jewelry is a spiritual representation. It's not just jewelry, there's signs and symbols for them. This is one of my pieces. I did a lot of ceremony with this, so I would never sell it. It's extremely old. These are hand-drilled turquoise beads and beautiful white olive shell again. The jaclas, beautiful, beautiful old. Now it's considered heishi because of the cut. But this heishi here this is from the Pueblo. So this was down in San Felipe. All hand cut. I can't show you the holes in this camera. It's probably not going to see them. But the fact that they could use the water representation from shell and coral, and then the sky represented by the turquoise, all has meaning for them. All of it. All right, let's do this one here. I'll bring the coral up. I love this. I just got this coral pendant. It is so gorgeous. That blue turquoise is just beautiful. I love how it's set up. And if anybody can remember, I don't know who got it, but I had a ring that was very similar to this. It's probably the same maker. It was a piece of turquoise with coral set just like that, just the branch coral. So that one just came in. All right, so we've got a little double strand here of little tiny coral. Whoops, gotta go the other way. I don't know how I got this on here. Oh my God. Well, I'm not selling it with it. I will have to get it off. I don't want to force anything. I need to get pliers to get it off. So just the double strand. And it is 22 inches long. So you've got the red coral and then the turquoise and the heishi. Same way up here. You got a good clasp. So this one is starting bid. So that's a double strand of coral heishi. The pendant's going to go for about 175, but that'll go separate. Nope. Okay. All righty. We've got the heishi and red coral. Oh, the starting bid, sorry. Didn't I put it in there? Oh, I did. Okay, so for the coral, is it showing up? There it is. Tiny little heishi. And remember, it's just the coral. I've got to get pliers to get this off. Candy's in, Liz is in, Olga's in. Small enough up there that I think it should fit a number of different bales. Those are tiny little, tiny little ones. I've not seen them this small. I got lucky. Again, I bought about, oh, I bought everything they had, but I think they only had 12 strands of these. And I got this from the same place I got the turquoise heishi. Oh, I wish I had more. I'm so glad you like it. Obviously, you could wear turquoise on here too. I mean, the two of them together, if you've got a pendant that's turquoise and coral, absolutely stunning, but you could just go with just turquoise. Thank you very much. These designs are all mine. I do the designs and I do the stringing. It is Mediterranean red. Yes, all of these heishi necklaces that I'm showing to you, I have made. None of these here. The only one that's vintage was this one. All these new ones with the heishi are all my designs. I bought all the heishi at the Tucson Gem Show. I use Red Shell, which is the name of the company, for a lot of my heishi. I did a YouTube with those people when I went to buy, so you can see them. It's a husband, a wife, and a son, and they are just experts on spiny oyster shell, all kinds of shell. So I buy all my shell from them, and and just regular heishi like that. Red Shell Company. They may have a website, I don't know. Okay, where are we? Olga is at 250. Eye Candy, Billy Doll. Eye Candy is out. All right, we're going to count this down for Olga. Going once, going twice, and sold to Olga. Thank you so much. All righty, let's see. Let's go for this one. Little dainty necklace. 18 inches. This can go from 16 to 18 inches. And it's the pin shell heishi and the red coral heishi. Wish I had a nice big pendant to put on here to show you, but I don't. I do not, so you just have to believe me. Okay. Let's do a starting bid. Starting bid of 75. Brown heishi, red coral. I'm probably more partial to wearing my pendants on beads than I am chains, unless it's just a super fantastic. Oh man, I got a super fantastic chain here to show you. No, I'm not going to have enough time. Meg is at 95. Okay. Am I going to count down for Meg, or is Eye Candy thinking? I've got more coming up. All right, I'm going to count this down for Meg. Going once, going twice, and sold to Meg. Thank you. Olive shell, heishi, and red coral. I have seen plastic being sold as heishi. Okay, let's bring out some spiny. This is a very pastel-y spiny. Compared to this one. This one's got more blue in it, but I've also put a lot more purple spiny red coral, more colors going on in this one. This one I left more just the very lighter pink shades. And this turquoise is blue and green. This is 26 inches long. It has got a toggle bolt on it, so that should be easy to get through pendants, but it's not, obviously it is not adjustable. So look at this. I mean, come on. Look at that. That is so cool. Big old purple spiny pendant, but an example of what you will be able to do. Big cross, big awesome cross. All right, 26 inches. Spiny oyster. Pin shell heishi up at the top. Okay, now spiny is far more expensive. So just so you know. Oops, what happened? Okay, starting bid is $26. I think, let me see if this is the same length. This one's going to be about an inch longer, but it'll be the same price. Eye candy, $125. Okay, I'm going to count down for eye candy. Going once, going twice, and sold. Spiny oyster heishi. This one is got more turquoise in it, and I think it's an inch longer, 26 inches, with a lot more blues and greens, turquoise, shell, and this one you can take up a couple inches. This one's a starting bid. Let's see, eye candy's in at 135. Linda's in, Ella's in. It's a yummy necklace, I know. It is indeed. No, I absolutely could do a lariat with these. Yep, maybe for the next show. Eye candy is at 150. Ellen is in at 155, and eye candy is 160. Michelle is out. Linda's out. All right, we'll count down for eye candy. Going once, going twice, and sold. And yes, these look great layered, really great layered. Where'd we go? Eye candy, 160. Whoops, wait a minute. I am so sorry. Ellen is in at 165. How did I miss that? Did you come in after I called it? Help! Does anybody know? I can't tell by this chat. Leonor says Ellen was in. Okay, so we're back up. Okay, eye candy got right in there. She's at 175. Ellen, I'm sorry that I missed you. Okay. So let's see. Eye candy. Ellen. Are we still in, Ellen? Oh, maybe it is lagging. Oh, yeah, look at. Oh, my goodness. Ella's in at 180. Eye candy 195. I'm lagging, I guess. Is there anybody after Lenore? Lenore says Ella's in. Oh, okay. There's Ella again. 200. Eye candy is at 205. If I could have bought more of these heishi, I would have. Just 25. Ella's at 210. Eye candy is out. So Ella, we will count down for you for 210. "26 inches of splendor." Really good quality. Spiny, good quality turquoise, good quality heishi. Okay. Sold to Ella. You have got it, Ella. Thank you. Did I have? Oh, I've got the shorty. So this is the Wild Horse Jasper with heishi in between, and that's olive shell. Okay. And olive shell heishi up here. Toggle. This is 16.5 inches. It will carry a pendant. No big pendants. No big pendants. Well, I'm going to put this spiny back on. Oh, wait a minute. Here's a turquoise. Let's do this. Nope, too small. That bale is too small. All right, spiny oyster. Or no, we got turquoise, wild horse jasper, and the heishi in between is the yeah, that's owl shell. I just said take a minute, just really make sure it's owl shell. Okay, so starting bid. This one is they do come once I sell them, they do come with my little cartouche. Will be on all of these if it's completely mine. Oh, eye candy, Liz, Linda. Got on Ella. Choker style, 16-inch. Linda is out. So looks like we're down to Ella and eye candy. Ella's out, so we're down to eye candy. We'll count that down for you. Going once, going twice, and sold. Thank you, Ella. Thank you all for your bids. Okay, I got one left, and then we're gonna sell the suite. Maybe, maybe sell the suite. Okay, last one. This is the all turquoise heishi. Traditional cones up on top, and it can be shortened up. At the longest, it's 23 inches, and at the shortest, 22 inches. It's a good length. Beautiful. Very blue-green. A lot of these I string on sinew. And sinew is, it looks like this. You can get it in like a Tandy leather store, and it is cloth that's waxed. And that's very traditional to do it that way. I know John Lovato does his also on sinew. Depends on the bead hole. I can't use it all the time. I think just about any kind of turquoise is going to look beautiful on that. It's blue. Let's see, because these are green and blue, I mean, really any blue would look good on that. Okay, where are we? Eye candies at 250. Linda's in 260. I've got some gorgeous pieces tomorrow that came out of pawn. I've been waiting for this package. So there'll be some bigger, expensive pieces in there. I think I've got two more necklaces coming of the Navajo pearls, the true Navajo pearls. The disc shape, I think, I just can't remember. Because I see this stuff and then I've got to wait for it. So sometimes I forget. Okay, Linda's out. Thank you guys so much. I so appreciate it. Eye candy is at 275. We'll count down for you. Going once, going twice, and sold. All right, that's it for what I made up for the show. And I'm going to do, I'll put this up for auction and then I've got to end it. I'm sorry, it's early. We've gone over a little 2 hours, but 5 o'clock comes very early when I get done with these. I'm so wired, I can't go to sleep. I have to wait until I chill out. I'll be lucky if I get 4 or 5 hours sleep. Hi, Candy, you can load up on those. I want to see a picture of you with all of them together stacked. That'll be beautiful. Okay, I guess I have to disrobe. I've been so enjoying this. So for those of you, I think you heard my story, but for those of you that didn't hear my story, I got this from a tiny little antique shop, Afton Mountain, Virginia. I just happened upon it. And I went in there looking for jewelry, didn't find a thing. And then I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and maybe they've got some little sterling knickknacks like perfume bottles and stuff. So I walked over to a case where I saw sterling silver items, and this was in there. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. So it is all marked. It's Ilaria, an Italian designer living in Peru. She has a chain of stores called Ilaria. These are 15 millimeters, very heavy, thick, handmade balls. It's on a very thick, heavy chain. It's just beautifully made. All Peruvian silversmithing. There is her mark, Ilaria 925. You know, again, it's just first quality work. And then the bracelet, these are 15 millimeters. Now, I have a 6.5 wrist and it fits absolutely perfect for my 6.5. Will it do a 7? Tight. It would be tight. So I would say if you're a 6 to 6.5, this would be very comfortable. Even though when you measure it, it measures 8, but it will only fit a 6.5 because 15 millimeters is a big bead. Bracelet, and then the suite comes with these. It's like a honeycomb. Clip earrings, very comfortable, very comfortable. They were not tight, but yet it held everything together. Again, she has got her Ilaria stamp in there. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I can't, it's hard for me to even guess what this would be retail right now. I know she started her work in 1990, and this was one of the first pieces that she came out with. She doesn't do this anymore. Everything she's doing now looks very modern and lightweight. But in 1990, sterling silver was very inexpensive, but not anymore. So I will bet you if this was taken and appraised, we would probably be very, very close to, for the suite, a couple thousand. Not just for the silver, but this is incredible workmanship. And the earrings. So for the 3 pieces, where am I here? For the 3 pieces, my starting bid is 800. It's been very comfortable. I've worn it 2, 3 times now. Yep. Whoops. I will not split the setup. So it's got to go together. This is one of the lifelong purchases. You want to know what the weight is? I'll be glad to tell you what the weight is, but this is not being sold by the weight, and it was not purchased by the weight. The necklace is at the shortest 15, at the longest 18. And I was wearing it short. I was wearing it at the 16 inch. All right, wait for the whole set. $163. What is that? Did I not put a starting bid in? Did I do it again? No, I did. Yes. Could you do that? I don't know, because the closure is different. If I change the closure, you could make it all one necklace. That could be done. We'd have to do a different closure up there. This is one of these pieces I would guarantee. I mean, if you got it and you looked at it and if for any reason it was like, no, it's not what I want, I would take this back immediately. You'd have to let me know within 48 hours though. If you buy it, 48 hours later, you say, no, I don't like it, no problem. I would take this back. I tried to find this online and I could not. There is another gentleman out there who was doing something similar to this, but it looked to me like the beads were smaller and thinner. These are exceptionally thick. But she did not have this online because I know this was one of the earliest pieces that she did. Olga, where are we going here? Olga's at 1,000. Eye candy is out. Olga. Oh, okay. All right, so we're going to count down for Olga. Going once, going twice, and sold. Thank you, Olga. Clips, bracelet, necklace. Absolutely gorgeous, guaranteed. These are the kind of things that I would never say no to take back because they just go up. And what a surprise. I mean, that made my day right there. I just could not believe it. Just sitting in a case, the only piece of jewelry in there, sitting in there with candlesticks and silverware, and they had no idea what they had. And the prices on the silver look like it hadn't been changed in a very long time. Okay, guys, I have got tons more. I really do, but I've got to say goodnight so I can chill a little bit before I have to get up early in the morning. Tuesday night, I will do a bin with lower price items somewhere between 30 and 40. I will send out invoices tomorrow, Monday. Bin will be sometime Tuesday, and then Wednesday I will ship on Wednesday. So if you buy something in the bin, I can add it in. And then next Sunday will be a wowzer. I will continue with, I haven't touched most of anything. I really wanted to just put more emphasis on the heishi. It'll be a heavy duty one. Bring your pennies, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. I so appreciate all of you for tuning in, whether you buy or not. I'm just glad that you're here. And we will see you next week. Let's see, anything I can just dangle in front of you as we say goodnight? Oh, this one came in. That's a new one. That'll be showing up. Brand new. Yep, that's it. Good night. Signing out.